Hey everybody, what's going on? Happy Thanksgiving. I figured I would come on while I'm getting myself ready. Oh shit, hold on. Because it is Thanksgiving, getting ready to go to family's house. I hope that you all are having a fantastic Thanksgiving morning, wherever you all are. It is now after 12 noon on the East Coast. So that means it's probably 9 a.m. on the West Coast. So happy Thanksgiving, y'all. You know what? I meant to actually go on TikTok today. I should have went on TikTok because I really have not even said nothing to my TikTok people. I need to get these eyebrows together. I have almost 13,000 on TikTok. So anyway, this is not your regular type of show. This is just me coming on, sharing with you all what I know, what I've gotten. And there has been some updates in regards to the lawsuits. See, I might end this live, y'all. This is not my type of live today. But in regards to, I want to call Pastor Dwayne Youngblood a bishop. God dang it. That's because I saw online, I believe it was definitely on Google, that he considered himself a bishop. I guess he was ordained a bishop before he went to jail. So I can't take none of these men of God seriously at this point. I don't even know how people continue to donate the money. Now, this is no shade to you all if you do donate your money to these pastors and these leaders, okay? That is completely your right. But girl, I'm not doing it. I refuse to donate any of my hard-earned money to these men of God who have no discipline and are out here allegedly essaying children. And there's been a lot of talk online. I'm going to go on TikTok. YouTube is not my jam today. I had a little bit of situation the other night. People, I guess, that used to be coming on in the evening time. Okay. I need to get like a stand-up mirror. So when I do like my eyebrows, it looks better. So I'll go on TikTok in a few minutes. But yeah, that's the situation. Pastor, Bishop, Dr. Youngblood. Sidebar, Youngblood now he took down his Instagram page. His Instagram page is no longer available. However, when you Google it or you Google him, it says wealth creator or something like that. So I guess he's trying to brand himself as like a young Bishop T.D. Jakes. I don't personally understand it. Because he's just apparently just getting out of jail not too long ago. But in the lawsuit, it names several co-conspirators, John. And apparently, folks are already trying to do damage control. Now, this is no tea, no shade. I'm lying. There's a little shade. I'm not gonna lie. Let me not lie to y'all and say that I have not been feeling a little shady lately. Normally, I would not be shady. Normally, I would keep my mouth shut. Normally, I would just like let things go. But your girl's been feeling a little shady lately. So I see that folks are already doing damage control, trying to basically separate themselves from the situation, which, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I think when we're talking about Bishop T.D. Jakes and in a nutshell or as a whole, and people have been talking about how for the longest time the bishop was telling people, up and coming preachers and ministers and leaders to not address things. I think that should be fair across the board. Personally, for me, I don't know why I'm sweating so bad. Personally, for me, a lot of you all, if you all are new, you probably don't realize this, but last March, God, it's been almost a year, my house was almost burned down. And so I decided, I was sharing with people on YouTube, but I really decided that I really wanted to kind of get, just go a little quiet, mind my business, work a little bit more, and all that good stuff. But I just don't see people taking the same advice that they're giving out when it comes down to this Bishop T.D. Jakes thing. And here's the thing: listen, we are held responsible for our for our actions, child. Okay, that's why as you all can probably imagine from my other stream the other night, I have kind of changed my way of doing things and not really sharing as much as it pertains to this because people are watching. They've been watching, but they're watching more, especially now that the bishop is not doing well. And I'm not really for sure when he got out of the hospital, but I'm quite sure that they're going to try to play that up as much as possible. Folks are saying that it's not smart that he sued Bishop Youngblood. I beg to differ. Bishop Youngblood, it looks like a money grab. And if you are new to the chat or new to the stream, let me just fill you in on what I said the other night about Bishop. Hey, Catrice, hey, baby, happy Thanksgiving. Let me share with you all what I said the other night in regards to the bishop filing a lawsuit. I think it was absolutely, positively the right thing for him to do. It's probably teaching people a lesson. Now, do I agree with everything that the bishop does and says? No, I don't. Okay, I'm not a huge. I used to listen back in the day. Of course, I think a lot of people were Bishop Jake's. I don't like saying the word fan because it sounds like celebrity. But I need to pick this piece up. But a lot of people were Bishop Jake's fans. And a lot of people still are Bishop Jake's fans. I mean, let's just be for real. I mean, it's, he's a huge name within the Christian community. So with that being said, I think this particular situation, I think that if he was going to file a lawsuit, this would be the situation that you would do it. And I don't know if you all noticed or not. I don't really have a lot of people on my YouTube channel. I think I've had Michelle on here. I had on here twice. I had Michelle on here twice. I've had friends on, but I don't really have a lot of like interviews because let's be for real. Like when people say things on your platform, they're going to look at you like you agree. You get what I mean? What they're saying. That's just the nature of it. You can't change that. And that doesn't make it right. I don't know. This background on my thing is it makes me feel like it makes me think I'm getting comments and I'm not getting comments. You all see how it's popping up, cocktail Catrice at the bottom. It makes me think I'm getting comments, but it's really just the background. So it's a video background, by the way. I was watching another creator and I said, oh, that's pretty cool. So anyway, so that's the situation. Again, I'm not the biggest Bishop Jakes fan in this facet of my life, but I will say that I don't see nothing wrong with him filing suit on this man, only because it is like his word against his. It's not like it's not like there's probably going to be any evidence in regards to this particular situation as it pertains to Pastor Dwayne Youngblood. But here's the other piece of the puzzle. I got a message last night. The wiser counsel be making me they're whole kiki. But the bottom line is that I could, we could easily say like the bishop potentially groomed, right? Because Youngblood was an adult. He was in the church, probably wanted some sort of clout or, notoriety. But to say SAing, that's a little bit harsh. That's a little bit much. Like at 19 years old, to say that you SA'd someone, now you could say that you raped somebody, things like that. But, that's a whole different thing. But like essaying, like I thought that was like mostly for kids. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little bit too judgmental as it pertains to this Youngblood situation, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I got some messages over this past week asking me what I thought in regards to the whole interview as a whole. Like, should he have done it? Also, in the sidebar, in the lawsuit, it mentioned something about co-conspirators, but it also mentioned like people that were in the facility. Folks need to stop talking. They mentioned yesterday that they got a call from Youngblood from jail. Like you're telling too much information. Like, why would I get a call from someone from jail? It just doesn't sound like. It just doesn't sound legit. It doesn't sound like there's nothing there. Like I'm not getting a call. First of all, I'm not answering the phone for nobody from jail. I've gotten calls from my cousin when he was back and forth in the jailhouse, y'all, and I declined every last one of them. I said I will come to see you, but I'm not paying money to talk to you. Now, when his little girlfriend called, that was different because then she patched him through. But I wasn't going to pay for a jailhouse call. But why would you take a call from someone from jail anyway? Do you all see, like, the crazy part is that folks just don't know when to shut up. I think that's the piece. The biggest piece is like, learn to just do this. because as much as people try to, like, you may try to distance yourself from the situation or say that you had nothing to do with it, the more you talk, the more it sounds like you do have something to do with it. You get what I mean? Not trying to be shady, but I guess I'm being shady. And again, I don't have all the facts. Like, nobody really has all the facts, I guess, except for Youngblood. But you all can put some questions down in the comment section if you want me to answer them about the situation before I log all the way off and go to TikTok. Okay? Because people over on TikTok, they interact. If I know a lot of people on YouTube just watch me, I will be in the bushes of other people's videos, and we'll see all these comments. But when it comes down to me, they want to see what I'm going to say. And then this is another sidebar. And then I'll get a message. Oh, I've been watching you for 6 months, and it's like, girl, just say something in the chat. Like, stop being weird. So if you're here, you want to say something, you might be afraid. This is a safe space. I don't play around with people like that. As a matter of fact, I do more confidentiality than anything else. And I've never had to sign an NDA for it. How about that? Because you don't need to do all of that. Just have some goddamn blasted integrity. Why do we need NDAs in this facet of life if you just have integrity? Like, just if someone tells you not to say nothing, just don't say nothing. I cannot tell you how many times I've gotten word from somebody in Texas about a situation with a bishop, and I'm like, okay, and it will never see the light of day. No NDA needed, and they know that because it's something called integrity. The problem is, I think maybe the problem is the people that don't have it think that everybody else don't have it, and so they feel like, okay, now I gotta lock myself in and give you an NDA so that I don't get outed. You get what I mean? When you could just have integrity the first time. Okay. So that's it. But yeah, the bishop was out of the hospital, y'all. Y'all pray for the bishop. It was really sad. As much as I have had some words about the bishop in the past, it really is a sad moment. Like, let me tell you something. I don't care if I don't like you, and which is rare. I don't really not like a lot of people. But if I don't like you, I will tell you that I don't like you. You will not have to guess with me. There are people on YouTube that I don't like. Just selfish and narcissistic. Who is that? The bishop, Catrice. There are people on. Oh, my sister's here. That means Madison is here. Hello. Who's selfish and narcissistic? The bishop. Oh, I just got a text from my cousin Ken. She said that dinner's going to be at 4. So she said she's not our ancestors. I said, okay, praise God. So just an FYI, dinner is at 4 today. My sister wants to go to my family's house at like 1 o'clock. She wants to be on the way down there now and then back up the road by 4. It's not going to happen today. Who's narcissistic and selfish? Catrice. All right, so let's pull this off. Happy Turkey Day. So I already ate some I already ate what did I have this morning? Oh, I had chicken that I had from last night, and I had mac and cheese. I did make mac and cheese. I'm going to change the recipe the next time, though, so it's going to be a little bit better. Because it's not as creamy as I would like for it to be. And I made a cake yesterday. Oh, that cake smells so good. It's at my sister's house. I made it for her and a friend, and I'm going to get a piece when I go to her house. The sneaky passes with India. Yeah, so that's the thing. So, sorry, let me fix this hair. So that's the thing about NDAs. Are they necessary in some instances? Sure. Get an NDA. But I think that, for instance, okay, I'll use myself as an example. Girl, I ate, oh God, check you out 1 o'clock this morning, check you out, girl. What was I going to say? When I was cheating on my ex, oh, sidebar, the mind of God was looking at my TikTok page. He probably looking at my YouTube now with his trifling ass. Oh, Jesus, I need to stop because I be cussing. All right. So when I was cheating on my ex, I assumed that he was cheating because I was cheating. You get what I mean? So like normally when you feel like when you're doing wrong or you feel like what you're doing is not right, you feel guilty, you feel like everybody else has the potential to do the same thing. And so because of that, you have to operate in the same way. because you feel like everybody else is just as guilty as you are. Same thing with NDAs. Same thing. I got to spend the rest of the day exercise. Oh, girl. All right, I'm not going to be able to exercise until probably what's today? Saturday. I ain't going to lie to myself, child. I was a little piggy last night. I went to bed at like 1 something a little late this morning. About 1, almost 2 this morning. And then I got to put my mascara on. And then woke up at like 8:30. It wasn't too bad. But, it wasn't like that super restful sleep. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. So back to what I was saying. So I think that's the case in this situation. Do I think that it's necessary in some instances that you have an NDA? Sure. I think it's necessary in all instances. No. You should be able to trust people, but I mean, people are not trustworthy. You get what I mean? So that's why folks don't believe that everybody else can be trusted, because they're not trustworthy. Again, I've been there. I used to think, oh my God, he's messing around. Even right now, like I was like, oh my God, is he messing around on me? Because I had a tendency in the past to mess around. Right now, let me stop before I incriminate myself. Okay. So, but that's the thing about with Youngblood, though. So let's just go back, because I don't know if you all heard, and maybe this is what the bishop was alluding to on Sunday, because before he ended up having his medical emergency, he mentioned the plot of the enemy. If y'all go back and watch it, they took my video down here on YouTube, but they mentioned the plot of the enemy. And I was like, who's plotting on the bishop? But then again, there was notice on Sunday like, oh, there's a lawsuit that's getting ready to be filed. Y'all look out for the lawsuit. And then boom, bow, bam, on Monday, he was like, no, I'm gonna beat y'all to the punch. And this is where I don't blame Bishop Jakes, and I don't normally give this man no props. But I feel like he needed to prove a point to these people for once. Like, okay, I keep on taking these allegations. I keep on dealing with this mess. Do I think that some of the information is true, like with other people? Yes, I do. But do I think that, like, is it worth, like if you all were adults, like, and if it was consensual, why does it matter? Okay, so the only person that should be really upset is Mother Sarita Jakes. Mother Jakes should be upset. Okay. You out here shucking and jiving, dipping and diving with Duke and Antonio and Jamal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to be out here with me, not with Duke, Antonio, and Jamal. With y'all and Tyrone and Daryl, like Patrick, like, what are we doing here? So I think that's the only person that really should be upset in the situation is Sarita Jakes. It should not be these men that claim that the bishop did XYZ with them. And my thing is this also, when you keep on talking and when you keep hearing about payoff, then of course, you think, okay, well, if I tell my story and I go online and share my thoughts, maybe he'll give me a check too to shut me up. But I told y'all on what day was that? Tuesday, and I'm going to reiterate, Youngblood is not him. Like, and when I say that, like, if you've ever seen any of the men that the bishop follow online, child, I would assume if he was that type of man, that he has a type. Youngblood is not it. That's why I did throw a little bit of shade, even though he did not deserve that. But I threw a little bit of shade about Jimmy Battles. Jimmy Battles has never done anything to me. But, I was just saying, like, I would assume that these men have a type of individual that they would mess with. I can't see Youngblood being the type of person that the bishop would entertain. You know what I mean? I can't see it. And when I say that, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with if the bishop wants to deal with a man, that's none of my daggone business. Now, here's the problem that I have with that is that in the church, they make everybody's bedroom activities everybody else's business, and it's like it's not. So what you do in your bedroom is your business, and vice versa. Okay. I don't know why I'm so daggone hot. Maybe I'm just nervous. No, he's not. Youngblood is not an attractive man. And his wife got to be old school to be staying with his hind part, because there's no way in the John Brown world that a modern woman would stay with Youngblood after all this foolishness. That's why I'm concerned. Let me move this over here about Dr. Carrie Turner, because I'm like, you do know who you married, right? No shade, but because we discussed the other night that Jamal Bryant is no longer him either. Pastor YPJ has now taken on the role as one of the most attractive men in the Black church, public, celebrity wise, I would say. And Brian Carn does the carnal stuff. They said he a pedo. Ew, he not married. Yeah, he's married. Yeah, Youngblood is married. Youngblood is married. His wife allegedly, well, according to him on the interview, his wife stayed with him even after both of his, or when all of his incarcerations. So that's that old school. That's that old school. I had a conversation with my uncle last week, and he said to me, "You modern women are different." And I was like, "Yeah." And he says, "If you get married, what you gonna do?" I said, "Well, personally, I would like to live in two separate places from my spouse, if possible. Okay, I can't deal with all the male energy around me all the time. It's too much. You can come see me. We can go out. Hey, Miss Potato, how you doing?" He is married. He is definitely married. He's been married, and according to the interview, he's the wife has not left him after all these years in and out of jail. But he said to me, so I said, "Yeah, I would like to be a part, or like I just can't be around all that or whatever." And he said, "Well, why not?" I said, "Well, how long have you been married?" He said, 52 years. My uncle is 72, so he's been married since he was 20 years old. And let me tell you this, that was not without, if he was a pastor, he would have scandal. Too much, okay? Thank God he never tried to preach. My uncle would have scandal after scandal. And I said, "Why would I want to get married to somebody that's going to turn around here and cheat?" I said, "You might as well just go on about your business." He said, "Oh, you been paying attention to that?" Now, who says stuff like that, y'all? Men that feel entitled. Look at y'all, and mind you, here's the thing. I don't know Youngblood. Excuse me. But let's just call it what it is. And let's talk about this. Let's just call it what it is. Youngblood is from the old school church, meaning back in those days, if you were gay, you said nothing about it. You had what they call a lavender marriage. Okay, a lavender marriage. Now, most of the time in a lavender marriage, the wife knows that the husband is gay. But in this case, it's more like a beard situation. But it's more like, but it's still lavender, because if he went to jail twice for messing with little boys, then your wife knows you like men, right? And then he also mentioned that this was not without him cheating with other men that were of age. But see, the church would rather live underneath a blanket. The church wants the people in the church want to live underneath a blanket. They want to cover it up. They want to make it look good. Oh my God. You see how he got a strong wife. She held on. No, she's struggling with staying with this man because he's not faithful, he's not loyal, and because society has told these men that boys will be boys, they get away with murder. The devil is a lie. That's why they get mad with me. I don't care. I don't too much care. They get mad with me. "Oh, Catrice, you're so hard and this and that. And don't you ever want to get married?" I said, "Heck no." You want me to get married to who? So you want me to leave my peaceful home? You want me to leave my peaceful home of solitude and silence and tranquility and happiness to live with a man that's moody, territorial, all the above? Hell, I'm not even in a relationship now, and I'm kind of dealing with, like, no, nobody's leaving a peaceful place to deal with foolishness. Go on now. Now, I'm not knocking it. Shoot, I mean, I see people that are married and they're happily married, and I am listen. When I see a happy marriage, oh, I'm excited for them, and I'm like, I wish that I believed in that. Oh, he bringing a little plate. Check him out. Oh, no, he bringing plate for himself, selfish stuff. So I'm looking at my window for guy coming. He must be coming up from dropping some, what off. Anyway, but yeah, I'm not about to leave my peaceful home of solitude, whatever. But if I see a married couple and they're genuinely happy, I am genuinely happy for them. However, thank you, Lord. Do I necessarily believe in it for myself? Not really, because I don't trust enough, and I know how I am, child. One false move on behalf of a man, and I'm gonna tear the thing up. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wreck shop. I'm gonna hurt your feelings. So it's just better for me to just stay, single and or in a situationship where I am, benefiting in some way, shape, or form from it. Let me tell y'all a quick story. Whew, let me tell y'all a quick story. Hopefully nobody that I know is watching. When I was younger, my cousin had this really, I don't want to say best friend, but she was a really close friend. And this woman, and this is of a sexual nature. Okay, so let me just tell y'all this. But let me just say, so she was with this guy. They were together for a long time. You would think from the outside looking in, they were so happy. And this woman, she's now a woman. She's moved. She's thriving. She has her own business. She's doing really well. But she had 6 children, 6 or 7, something like that. And after she had the last one, she admitted that she had never had the big O ever from her partner. She wasn't satisfied. She just basically was just, I guess just laying there, whatever. And I said, it's just so sad how you can love someone but still not be happy. And I'm not saying that sex is everything. I know better than that. But it just goes to show that sometimes for some people it wasn't beneficial for her. When I was in ministry, my pastor used to tell us all the time, she says, oh, your husband will always, but you may not. This was in marriage ministry. She would encourage all the singles to go to marriage ministry, and I used to hate it. And I looked at my girlfriend and I said, bull. Because that's what, I don't want to go too deep, but that's because of what she was dealing with in her own household, basically. Okay. She was dealing with that in her own household. Back to what we were talking about, Bishop. I went on a tangent. I thought it was fitting. Guess not. But anyway, have you ever been watching the commentary that's been going on? Here I go being shady. Have you ever been watching the commentary? I'm gonna encourage you all, those of you who are watching, you might watch the replay. When you're watching commentary, I'm going to encourage you all to exactly, Kai Grace. She said no, sir. I ain't been silly. I'm going to encourage you all to think for yourselves, right? I tend to be in a lot of different bushes. I definitely don't comment in people's chats. Some chats I'm blocked. I really don't care. But I'm going to encourage you all to think for yourselves. I really think I understand you watching your favorite content creator and you feel connected to them, you love what they're doing, you support them. I think that's great. That doesn't mean that you agree with everything that we do. I get a lot of backlash from the bushes telling me you're supposed to be, people think that I'm supposed to be like some pastor or something. Like, my name is Cocktail Hour with Catrice. It is not First Lady, Pastor, Deaconess, okay? I was an evangelist. I'm not operating in that, even though I guess you can't give it back. But I'm going to encourage you all, just because you like someone doesn't mean that you can't disagree with them, or you have to take what they say and then just run with it. That's not really how things work. You need to be able to formulate your own opinion. You need to be able to formulate your feelings about something. You don't have to agree with us about everything. You really don't. What I saw yesterday online was, in my opinion, a display of, again, disassociating oneself from a situation, but also giving information as to why you shouldn't be disassociated from the situation. I don't think that people realize that they talk themselves into a circle. But you got to listen. My ex-fiance, if he didn't teach me nothing else, he taught me to listen for the lie. And he was a minister, okay? The mind of God, all he did was lie. He could preach his tail off. He was very well studied. I mean, he did everything by the book on the surface level. But when it came down to it, honey, all he did was lie. And I have it there. You lie, you cheat, you steal. Period. In that order. If you lie, you cheat, you steal. I don't trust you. And as a person that has cheated in the past, I'm trying to tell you, that's like, you have to be able to lie well in order to cheat well. And a lot of times you have to remember the lie that you told to make sure that you don't trip up on the lie. Lying is a lot of work, right? And so when I listen for the lie, I also realize that there's a lot of word salad, mental gymnastics going on, along with the there's no there. Whenever I hear word salad, lies, deception, I'm like, there is something there. You're trying not to tell me to look there, but in actuality, you're telling me to look there. So I'm going to look there because you're telling me not to look there, right? You can't tell me not to look. I'm going to look. Hold on, let me just pull up this person. I remember, let me not tell that story. That's a patron type of thing. But yeah, I listen for the lie. I listen intently to hear what you lie about. My friends had an unfortunate event happen last week. And I asked them one question. I said, what happened? One question, 2 words. What happened? This man went around all the way around Mulberry's Bush. I said, going back to the original question, what happened? Started going back. I said, baby, it's going to be a merry-go-round around here. Because as many times as you try to spin something, I'm going to ask you those 2 pivotal words. What happened? It's not going to change. And I won't stop until I get an answer, because you need to tell me directly what happened here. I can't help you or support you if you can't tell me what happened. And if you're lying, I'm going to know you're lying. So what happened? 2 words. I don't know. Yes, you do. You're lying. So now you need to go over there, exit stage right, until you can come up with the truth, and then come back to me. Okay? And that's how we work it over here. Because I don't play these games with these people. Okay? Men have a hard way to go with me, not because I don't like men. I love men. But it's just, I can't deal with the lies. You have to be honest. Okay? My ex, who, by the way, has been stalking my TikTok page. I can't see it now because I have so many followers on TikTok. I guess after you hit a certain threshold, you no longer can see who looks at your page. So when I was at 4,000, I could see everybody that looked at my page. Now, if you go over there right now, unless you send me a message or comment on a post, I don't even know that you're there. Which I think might be better for me, because I get too wrapped up in like who's watching. You know what I mean? What was I going to say about that? I don't know why I said that. Oh, my ex. So with that being said, oh, thank you. Oh, girl, remind me to tell y'all what happened about that and why I have so many followers on TikTok now. Y'all just remind me in a minute. So about 2 months ago, was it 2 months ago? A couple months. It was definitely within the last 6 or 7 months. I go on to TikTok one day and I see that he looked at my page, and I was like, first thing I was like, oh, he just blocked it. I said, no, remember what your brother Jesse told you. Let them see you win. Let them see you win. Because he was the one that's supposed to help me back in the day with like the whole Periscope thing. Because I was booming back in the day. So fast forward, I didn't block him. Just let it go, whatever. So right before the election is really when he started looking again. And I was like, what are you looking for? Like, what are you looking for? You're married. You have a child. You should be happy. I said, oh, he's probably going to see my YouTube page. He's probably going to go over there to see what I'm talking about and see, oh, she's still doing her thing. And the answer is yes. Like, now I haven't been doing as much as I should have been doing lately because, you know, life, depression, whatever, work, back problems, not feeling lazy, not feeling up to par, not feeling like I was looking my best or, whatever. When I say he's looking. And I want you to look. Be weird and look, sir. Look from the bushes. Don't message me. Don't contact me. No nothing. So let's change pace. We might get back on the Youngblood situation and manager. Jesus. So, FYI, I don't care who you are voted for, okay? But I'm going to tell you all why. So now I have 12.9 thousand followers on TikTok. Let me tell you what happened. Oh, if you want, listen, the best advice for you all, if you want to grow TikTok quickly like I did, which was not planned, by the way, Inauguration Day, if you have any, qualms or commentary or content you want to put out about Trump, do it on Inauguration Day. Or like do it, they're doing this F around and find out theory, like the hashtag or whatever. So let me tell you what happened. So, and I remember when Quan Mills said this, he said that one TikTok can really just change the whole trajectory of your page or whatever. And he was right. So election night, I'm in the house. I'll tell you what I did. I made an oven pizza because I didn't want to go out anywhere. I was not feeling my best. But I wanted to eat, like I like to celebrate with food. Okay. Don't ask me why, I just do it. So, I'm texting my sister, myself, a couple people, I was texting that day, and that evening. But I was just like, okay, Lord, like, please let Kamala win, whatever. The people that want to hear for Whitehead, you come in for Youngblood, y'all come back. So you can leave, it's okay. So election night, I'm sitting in here and I want to say it was like about 10, 11 o'clock. I was like, I think that Pennsylvania's going to turn red, North Carolina. This is not looking good. So I put out one video. Well, actually, by the end of the night, it was two. But the initial video was just strictly, if you voted for Trump. Now, if you like Trump, that's on you. Okay? I don't hate Trump. I'm not a big Trumper. But I told the people, if you voted for Trump, and you walked into the poll, you do what you were doing, you get what you get for the next 4 years. We don't want to hear nothing from you. Okay? If you vote, and then the second one was about women, like if you voted against yourself, blah, 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 whatever. So I put the first TikTok up. I'm not thinking nothing of it, but my phone just starts going off. Literally, election night, I just said, if you voted for Trump, that's what you get. I don't want to hear nothing. If you want more money, you ain't gonna get, you're not gonna get it. Whatever. So my phone just starts beeping, bing, 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 bing. I'm like, what is going on? Like, is this like Instagram or something? It was TikTok. My TikTok, I mean, the likes were just like this. It was like a machine, right? So I said, let me try something else. Let me just put this other video. So I put up the second video. Hey, if you voted for Trump and you're a woman. Now that particular video now has over 600,000 views. Altogether, it's definitely well over 1 million views combined for those two videos. Yeah, so right now, the second video, part 2, is over 800,000 views. And the first video has almost 425,000. That's 422,000.1. So these are the two videos that I put up. So when I went to bed on Tuesday night, I had roughly 4,000. I didn't realize I had that many people. 4,500 and some people, something like that. It wasn't 5,000. Definitely wasn't 5,000 people at all. So I think I went to bed about 12. I put up this other video, but I took that back down because I was being petty at that point. I started going for the men, so I was being petty. So I go to sleep, wake up, knew Trump was gonna win. No problem. Trump won. All right, whatever, Lord. God, whatever you're trying to say to your people, just tell us. Okay. I look at my TikTok, and this is at like 8 something in the morning. Okay. I have about over 7,000 people on TikTok. And I was like, 7,000 people, like, okay. It just blew up overnight. By 1 o'clock, no, was it 12 or 1? I think it was by 1 o'clock. I had 10,000 followers on TikTok. By 12, like 12 or 1, I had 10,000 followers on TikTok. Now I'm up to 12.9 thousand. So I'm almost to 13,000. So the point is, if you need to jump on the wave whenever it hits, when you know that something is hot, strike while the iron is hot. I just hopped on to TikTok and told the people, this is how I feel. You get what you get. That's it. Now I said I guess I had some Trumpers on here. They logged up. I don't care. Listen, you vote for who you want to vote for, but you should know that if you vote for something outside of your own best interest, it's not going to work for you. And it just is what it is. I don't care. Like, you can disagree, that's fine, but you just should know it's not going to work for you. So anyway, so yes, I'm almost to 13,000. But when I did not realize to just record the video like that and it would blow. I just recorded the video, hopped off. It's when you least expect it is when it really happens, right? It was not like an overnight. It was not like it wasn't planned. You know, I'm not really a big planner as it is, but in particular for about content, like I might plan for YouTube, but that's because I have to do research for YouTube. I don't just hop online and just give you all the tea because I just want to get the numbers, right? Like I would rather put out quality or, do some research first and then hop online instead of just hopping online and be like, I don't know what they're talking about, but this is what it is. I'm just like, but how do you know this what it is if you didn't do any research? Like at one point in time, the other night, I was watching somebody, I'm sorry, I was doing the day, and I was like, you hopped online, but you didn't realize that your name was that you were mentioned in the lawsuit? How do you not read that before knowing this person? But like, I don't understand. Like, I just don't get it, but maybe it's not for me to understand. So that's it. All right, y'all. I just wanted to hop on and do my makeup and talk to y'all real quick while I'm getting ready for dinner. I hope that you all have a fantastic Thanksgiving. I did post a video. Shout out to the Wiser Council. I did post a video of Bishop leaving the hospital last. I guess it was last. I don't know when he left, y'all. But I did post that video. It is up for your consumption. Hopefully the Bishop will make a speedy recovery. Okay. Hopefully the Bishop makes a speedy recovery, and we shall see what happens, y'all. We shall see what happens with the Bishop. I don't know. As much as I have been critical of the Bishop, and things that have happened or whatever over the last 2.5 years or so, I never, and I think I told you all this on Recovering from Exposure. So let me tell y'all this, okay? Then I'll respond to that. I don't wish ill or bad health on anyone. I definitely don't wish death on anyone. I told you all that story about when Trump was during the inauguration, when the First Lady Melania had on that beautiful, I believe it was a Ralph Lauren outfit, right? I was like, oh, that's beautiful. I said, but please don't get any blood on her clothes. Because I just assumed that maybe somebody was just trying to get Trump. That wasn't right for me to say. It just wasn't. I had very strong feelings about the Trump campaign and presidency back in 2016. I was heavily on Twitter about it. Oh my God, I was malicious on Twitter. But and I'm saying a lot of ums today because I think it helps me to think. But I don't wish death or sickness or health issues on anybody. I don't care what they've done. You're not going to hear me wishing any ill will on folk. I'm just not going to do it. You all can agree to disagree or not. I was watching commentary the other night. Someone was like, who are we to think that God is punishing Bishop Jakes? And I was like, as much as I love that creator, I had to disagree just a little bit. I'm not saying I'm here for it, but I'm not going to also say that the things that I've heard, things that I've seen, things that I have that have been shared with me, things that I've experienced on my own. You know, a lot of things that have been in the dark. I said, how is that he's not going to be dealt with publicly when a lot of things have been done undercover? That's just the nature of what this is, y'all. What's done in the dark is going to come to light, and it's going to be uncomfortable for some people. Okay, I almost got caught up, doing some dirt one time. It was in my face, and I kept doing the dirt. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I did. I kept doing the dirt, but I'm not gonna sit up here and say to you all that I don't think that was God's way of trying to let him know and to remind him. I think that's what I really want to say. I think that was God's way of reminding him, you're not God. I'm God. Hard stop. Hard stop. You have tried to control the narrative on X, Y, and Z, but you're not me. Hard stop. I created the sun. I created the moon. I created the land. I created you. Hard stop. Like, and people get upset about that. And it's like, I get it. He's your favorite pastor. Noted. That does not mean that God won't deal with him, babe. It does not mean that God will not take time out of his schedule to handle Bishop Jakes or to gently remind him. Right? That doesn't mean anything. I don't care what folks think. Like, oh, people are saying that this is his judgment and how dare they? It's like, when we disrespect God on a daily, like what? You're disrespecting him right there by putting this pastor up and acting like he can do no wrong. Bull. It just is what it is, y'all. People kill me with that. Getting upset because the pastor got exposed. And so they got exposed. I just don't understand how we have to believe Youngblood, but not believe anybody else. That's my shade for today. How is it that we have to believe Dwayne Youngblood and all of his foolery, but there are accusers on every side, and we can't believe the other people? Okay, I can't. When it starts to be like when it starts to be hypocrisy and contradictions for me, I tune out. So I can't believe other accusers, but I have to believe Youngblood. And his followers don't see nothing wrong with that? Okay. Okay, girl. Ooh, those leaves look so nice outside. Oh, God, it's a beautiful fall day. Oh, look at that tree, y'all. Oh, my God. I didn't even realize it was so nice. Sorry, y'all. There's a really beautiful tree outside of my window. Really nice. Sorry. So pretty. I wish I could show you all, but I don't want to show y'all where I live at. Because folks will find a landmarker and pull up. So anyway, are you all cooking today? Who's cooking for Thanksgiving? I shared with you all that I made macaroni and cheese. I made cake. I made chicken. That was just for my house because I had a little gathering. But I'm going to go to my aunt's today. Hopefully she does not know I'm coming. I'm trying to surprise her. Okay. My aunt will be 87 in February, and she says to me, I miss seeing you all at Thanksgiving. You gotta come down and bring your wine, and I miss you all coming down and twerk. She calls it twirting, not twerking, twirting. Okay. And yes, my aunt's talking about me because I'm apparently the oh nice. Apparently I am the entertainment for the family. I'm the entertainment. I didn't know you were still here, sister. So I come in and I do the entertainment. I was trying to pass it on to my little cousin. I don't know where the heck he is, Joe. So anyway, back when I think this was back when I was with my ex, I used to go down and we used to have so much fun because my cousin is my height woman. So I walk in the door and it's an automatic party. People look for me to come in and I'm a party. But I'm getting older now. So it's like, I said, well, can we get, your grandson, can he take over the rentals? He loves to entertain too. And she's like, I just miss you all twirting. And I was like, I don't, okay. So I'll go down and I'll do my little 1-2. Hopefully I don't have to twerk today because I don't have it in me. I'm tired. Hopefully, hopefully, I don't know. I'm a little tired. So that is it. But that's my father's eldest sister. She's the matriarch and I love her dearly. I saw a picture of her a couple weeks ago. And I was like, oh, I got to go see her. So this is a surprise. Okay. We are going to surprise her and go down today. And I'm packing a bag because I'm probably not. Oh, it's almost 12. It's after 1 o'clock. Jeez, I got to get ready to pack. I don't plan on coming back home. So I might just end up either staying at my sister's house or getting a hotel room because it's like it's over an hour for me. So sometimes I just like to stay in a hotel and just relax, y'all. Okay. And just relax and then wake up tomorrow, have some breakfast, and then come back home because it is one heck of a drive. Okay. So y'all keep your girl in prayer. Hopefully it'll be a good day. That is what I'm hoping. Okay. And my little cousins should all be there and all that good stuff. So that is it. All right. Hope that you all have fun. Hope that you all are cooking. I might delete this video because this was really bad. I have cut off. Oh, sidebar, because I know I have people on Facebook watching. I have cut off. Oh, I meant to make a video about that. I have cut off poor friends. Oh, thank you. I look lovely. Thank you. Yeah, I bought this yesterday. I wanted to make sure it looked somewhat natural. Okay. Thank you. I'm in my robe, lounging. Okay. But I've cut off bad friends for the end of 2024 because they like to be on my Facebook page watching. If you need to know if people block you, were blocked on purpose. Yeah. I can't deal with bad friends anymore, child. They're piss poor people. Then they need lives. That's all they do. I'm so bad. Oh, I'm horrible. But yeah, I definitely did cut off you. I can't do it anymore. And it's so sad because I lost a dear friend about 2 years ago, over 2 years ago now. She actually was one of the reasons why I kept going for YouTube. I know that she wouldn't want me to cry. She of course she knew it would be emotional, but I knew that she didn't want me to just stop doing what I was doing because something happened. And I knew that she would want to encourage me to keep going. And so that's one reason why I kept going. Of course, for my parents as well. Just trying to do something to help the people, y'all. Folks don't want to get saved anymore. What happened to salvation is available for you? Whew. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, I did have to cut off some people for the end of 2024 because it just wasn't worth it anymore, honestly. And if something was to happen and they send word through a pigeon or through the mail or through another friend, then I would definitely step in to be there. But as far as continuing a very toxic friendship, it's no longer needed. So had to cut up. And it actually feels really good to say it publicly. You know what I mean? It feels so good. And I've made some, and the beautiful thing is I have made amends with people from the last couple of years. They don't, because the church plan and they look at, the church is looking really bad. I'm gonna leave y'all with this thought, and you all tell me in the comment section. Why is it that they allow these men of God to continue to act out and behave in a piss poor manner with no discipline? Y'all tell me, why do they allow that? Why do they allow the men? Because it's mostly men. Okay, we heard of what, two women. I don't think I've covered a woman who was caught in scandal, not since 2015. It was a minister in New York. She was not the main pastor. She was I want to say like a youth pastor or something. She had like a small ministry role in the church, and she had gotten pregnant outside wedlock, and they allowed her to stay. And I said, good, because they allowed Jamal Bryant to continue to preach. So we got to sit her down because she's carrying the baby. But he's out here planting seeds, multiple seeds out here. Okay, just got caught up last week. I played the video. I could play it again here, where the baby mother, the masseuse, she was massaging a man at a conference, and I guess she had to provide a happy ending chair. And you out here spreading, dropping it with no protection. Oh, you know what? I meant to talk about the Daystar. I'm gonna have to come back and talk about that this week. The Daystar situation. I got a video yesterday about Daystar, about I believe it was the Toronto. I guess their sister station or whatever, they're part of, not sister station, but they are part of Daystar Toronto or Daystar Canada, who have now separated themselves from the company and from the owners because of the scandal. And this, so that's a prime example. Thank you for bringing that up, Kai Grace. That's an example right there of why the men of God continue to do what they do. I was listening, and I even read some of the article about how there was a chiropractor that actually assaulted the wife, the daughter-in-law of the owners of Daystar. And then they found out that the granddaughter was then touched. But let's go back with the chiropractor. They brought the chiropractor in to work at Daystar as a chiropractor, but told the people that he could not be left alone. So instead of telling the man, before you work here, you have to be blameless, you have to be respectful, you have to have several letters of recommendation from a therapist, a psychiatrist, from your board, even though the man, got released or whatever. You have to go through all these channels, and then you have to prove to us that you can do this on your own. If I know that you are an assaulter, why would I bring you into my company? That's that good old boy system. Oh, we know he's a great man. He's good at what he does. We just applaud the mind of God. Like, get out of here. Listen, honey, I don't mean no harm. That's how I'm a little bit like Trump like that. I will cut you in a New York minute. Out of here. You gotta go. There is no, if I found out he's in the S-Air, we need to bring him in for a meeting as soon as possible. Ask him, we need to know all the information. Why are you allowing this person to be in the building and say he can't be left alone? He can't be left alone. Oh, really? So if he can't be left alone, then and he's not accountable to himself, get out of here. There is no, oh, well, he's a good man. No, he's not. He's not a good man. Stop lying. That's why the problem with these people. They keep giving all these men, these raggedy men, these passes. I'm about to cuss. They keep giving these men these passes and then say, well, he's a good man. Because he went to Yale, Harvard. He went to here. He went to Trinity Theological School. I don't care where he went. I don't care what his resume says. He is an abuser. Get him out of here. Period, point blank. I don't care who feels some type of way about it. I don't care. He's one of the sister's husbands. Oh. And guess what? And I know they voted for Trump. I don't even understand this part. Let's go back. And I'm gonna touch on somebody's toes. I don't care. Y'all know I do not care. The entire Christian community, without reading Project 2025, again, all 900 and some odd pages of the document, when it came time for the election, oh, he's the closest thing to Jesus Christ. And I was like, and that's why when I heard that black man was on, I said, wait, this man has been indicted on what, 30 something, the numbers are going down because these people love Trump. I don't care. Get off. Over 30 some different counts. You as a black man can't even flip burgers at McDonald's or shake salt on fries. He could be the president. Make that make sense to me. You can't even flip a burger at McDonald's, let alone shake salt on fries. You can't even take a salt shaker and shake salt on fries. Fresh out of jail. Or even being accused of doing something. Because it could just be an accusation. And you can't even do that, but he could be the president. Child, let me tell you something. God must have a major plan. That's my only thought process. He has a major plan. I promise you. Then this man has been accused on several accounts and even told the people on what was it, the what is that? The E show or something back in the day. He had a hot mic and said, oh, the women you just grab them by the Kit Kat. They love that. You walk up to them, oh, I can't help myself. I just grab them. And they're gonna and the church is telling me that he's the closest thing to God. Okay. I can't. So the church is telling me that he's the closest thing to God, but he does all of this. Yeah. When I say mess up, and I'm about to change my insurance because they voted for Trump. They gave money to the Trump campaign. I don't trust you. I gotta find a new insurance company. I'm changing everything. I won't even buy. I also want to get tea today from McDonald's. I can't even get tea. They donated to Trump. Y'all say what y'all want, honey. I'll cut anybody. I don't care. I told my girlfriends, I said, you can vote for who you want to vote for, but it tells me what your moral compass is. And that means that you don't look at me because he's a Caucasian woman. So that means that you don't value me as a black woman. So we can agree to disagree and and you can just go about your business. She asked me to go out 2 weeks ago. I said, ma'am, I'm not even responding to you. Absolutely not. It's sad. And to think that Black men and Latino men came out in droves of support for this man. Okay. I think one of my homeboys did too, but he ain't trying to tell me that. I said, I think you voted for Trump. I think he's trying to clean it up now. I think he feels bad about it. Listen, you voted for who you voted for. Now stand on your business. Oh, I don't play around when it comes down to that, yeah. Because it tells me where you are morally. When I voted for Kamala, I voted for not just for myself, but for my little cousins. Hey, Deanna, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a minute, Deanna. For my little cousins, I have a little cousin that has a blood disorder. You know, we all have reproductive issues. That's why I had to have a hysterectomy 2 years ago. I'm voting for them because in 30 years, I'm not going to be here. Or I may not, I don't know. 30, 40 years, I might not be here. They have to be here to do it, to do the work. So I'm voting for them. You know, You don't just think about yourself when you walk into these polls. And the amount of people, I wrote an article about it on my website, then the amount of people that Googled, can I change my vote on election night? Like, they act like they walked into JCPenney's and asked to cast their vote and thought they could return it. What? Once you vote, baby, that's it. They're not gonna pull your stuff. When you scan it in, when you scan that document in, it goes right to the government. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Deanna, she said, this is why we saw the delusion is so strong among them. Absolutely. The delusion is great. The church as a whole. Oh, he's almost like Jesus. And I'm like, we talk about Trump. Did y'all want to hear something funny before I go? Did you all hear about Coachella? I think it was Coachella. And was it New Mexico? And Coachella, you know, you can't just drive into Coachella. You have to be escorted in. So they had buses taking the people in for the rally, but did only hired one bus to take the people back home because he didn't pay. He wanted to pay the people. Then I believe it was in New Mexico. He had to do his rally at the airport because he had not paid the bill from the previous time he was there. And this is who the people chose to leave the free world, and they have to. I can't. Over an overqualified minority woman. I'm sorry, overqualified. Overqualified. Want to make sure y'all know that she was overqualified. She is overqualified. So, okay. Now if you all realize this, and I'm going to go. He lost to women twice. I mean, he won to women twice and lost to a man once. So it just goes to show you that the public just doesn't want a woman in office. But when it was Biden, God bless his heart, child. Shout out to Go Joe, child. It's time for him to go. Love him, but he got to go. But when it was Joe, lost by a landslide. It just goes to show you that the American public is not ready for a woman to be president. I am. Been ready. But as a whole, they're not. You know, and everybody is not in our sphere. So it is what it is. He lost to a man, but he lost to a man, but won over two women 2 times. So basically, he has to run against women to win. That's it. Yeah, Elon is something else. Yeah, Deanna. Elon is something else. Elon Musk, he told the people to take the red pill. And I don't have time to go into the red pill today because I'm gonna get too passionate. But I suggest you all do your research about the red pill. Okay? It is not something pleasant. I believe the church already pretty much operates under the red pill type of theology and standard. But I would implore you all to do your own research about it and let me know what you all think. Okay? So I'm going to go. I got to head down to go pick up my sister, go see Madison, have a piece of cake, and then go to dinner. Today is a certified fat day. When they switched up, I knew, yeah. It's unfortunate. You know, I was really hoping that she was going to pull it out. I did. Here's why I think that she lost, though. Here's a big reason why I think that she lost outside of being a woman. Because again, I just don't think they're ready. But here's why I think that she really missed the mark. With Trump's advantage this time, okay, was going on podcasts where there was more men. I told my cousin this the other day. We had a good long conversation about this. She's back home from college for the weekend for Thanksgiving, and she said she was on her way back, and she said, what did she say? Oh, I said, Trump did a good job. This is where she missed the mark. She used traditional media. She did do like live streams and stuff, which was good. And she did a great job for highlighting women's issues. We'll never take that away. Shout out to her. Where she missed the mark was talking to the men. She did a good job with talking to Black men, but she missed the white vote. She missed the white vote. These young men, so I am all in watching the Manosphere Red Pill here on YouTube. I am so deep in the rabbit hole, but I'm not so deep where I can't see how it affects like my everyday, my little cousins, the church. It's basically patriarchy on steroids. And so she needed to go where the young men were. Joe Rogan's podcast, Ada Rod's podcast and live stream on Twitch. Cashapp, one of the most popular African-American streamers that's out there today. He's a part of AMP. Trump did an amazing job. His team did an amazing job of pulling up to where the young men were. And you know what he said that was pivotal that a lot of people missed? He said, I'm not used to this, but I'm willing to learn it. He said, this is different from when I first was doing business back in the 70s. And he said, but I am willing to learn anything. He was teachable. Trump went to where the men were, the young men were, the college-age men were, the men that were in the workforce, the men that were at home gaming and streaming, the incels. He did a great job of that. I think I watched when he was on Ada Ross for like maybe 10 minutes. And I said, so he might win this. I did. I said, he's going to where the popular streamers are. He went to Valuetainment, another very popular manosphere type of podcast. They talk about money, relationships, finance, politics, but they are most known for money and women. He went there. Everywhere he went, targeted young men, period. I will tell you all this, and I voted for Kamala, but she did a very poor job of reaching that demographic. And that's where she messed up. If she just was talking their language and or sending Walton and talking to those young men in a coachable type of way, he was used to being a coach for a long time. If she sent them to talk to the young men, she would have won that hands down. But because he was willing to go and learn, that's where she messed up. To that, I cringed when I looked at Meg set the president low. I'm not going to go into detail about that. I will say that I think she did a great job talking to women because she knew that she needed the woman vote, but she needed the male vote too. And Trump, he was just better at it. That doesn't mean that she was a bad candidate. She's overqualified. She's overeducated. She just her team did a disservice for her by not leading her in the proper channels when it came down to podcast and streaming. That's where the people are now. People are on stream. I've seen upwards of 100,000 people on stream at one time on YouTube. And I'm thinking, how is this legal? Are they going to break the internet? Like I'm over here freaking out. Like, oh my God, when it was 10,000, I said, oh my God, I feel uncomfortable. This is a lot of people. So can you imagine that was an audience that she missed out on reaching? You get what I mean? Again, think that she should have won, but she didn't. They wanted that vote just because they don't think highly of us Black people. You talking about Kamala's people, I think that she knew she was going to get Black women. I think that she just assumed that more women would come out, which I think more women did, just not in the right way. And you have to take into account also that a lot of the women that voted for Donald, a lot of them voted because number one, they feel strongly about it, or their husbands suggest, hey, we are a Republican household. Like there are certain standards in certain different places that we don't always understand. And people are more apt to vote the way that they voted, but also it's harder to change their mind when, they're not used to voting in a different manner. But also, there's also sexism amongst women. There are women that don't like other women. And so why would I want another woman to win if I don't think that we're capable of doing it? So if I don't believe that we're capable, then why would I trust you to do a job that I think that a man should do? I think that a man should run the country. And so because of that, this is what we need to do. That's really how sometimes how it boils down to. And I think that she turned a lot of people, but she just didn't have that influence to do it in the manner that Trump did. And it was Joe Rogan did say, I really don't know much about Jill Stein. Joe Rogan did say that he did request for Kamala to come on, and she declined. He has over on one platform almost 19 million subscribers. How are you not going to Joe Rogan? But you're going to Shannon Sharp? Because I think that she thought she only had to appeal to the Black audience, the Black men. No, you need to go appeal to those young college men. They needed someone to, they needed a voice. Yeah, I agree with that, Deanna. I really wanted it to win. And I know everybody doesn't agree with me, but I did. I wanted her to win because I really feel like, I believe in equality for people. And here's the other part to the puzzle. And this is for those who voted for Trump. Not knocking you, but I'm not voting. I refuse to vote for anyone before reading Project 2025. Some people thought that it was a joke because he said that he wasn't going to do it, and now he's implementing everything that's literally in the document. So that means you're right. You're voting for a president that lied. That lies to people. He lies to you. He doesn't pay his bills. If I don't pay my bill, I get put out. So I just hope that those who voted for him read the entire document of Project 2025 and they know what they voted for. That's it. And I wish them well. So that's all. If you voted for Project 2020 for Trump, make sure I hope and pray, but people don't want to read. They just go, "Oh, he's talking good," and that's it. And good. And so you get what you get, especially if you're a Black or Latino man. You get what you get. I don't feel no waste time for them. They easily misled because they don't think freely and they don't read. They don't think and they don't read. Project 2025, you can go to each chapter and go to the point where you want it, like the point that interests you the most, and read through that. And then go to another point, and another point, and another point, and another point. That's it. But they don't read. So you get what you get. You get what I mean? I don't feel bad for them. And honestly, I'm one of those Black women. I have retired for 4 years. I'm chilling. I did a TikTok about it. I said I'm on vacation. Baby, I am booked. I'm not talking, like, I'm not interested in anything that he has going on. I'm not interested in getting married, the nuclear family type of situation. That's what the project is all about, returning to Christian nationalism. If you all do your research, it's written by the Heritage Foundation. You got to do your research. You got to do your research. So that's how it happened for sure. But I want to bash ministers because she tried to educate. But I'm not really, I do know who Amanda is. I don't watch her though. I'm not going to lie to you. I really don't. But I will say this though, if she talked about the project, they don't like listening to us. Look, okay, as I close for real this time, you can go to any chat on YouTube that talks about the church and then come to my chat. It's like a ghost town sometimes here. And I'm not mad about it because I already know what it is. I know why people do it. People don't like to hear from women. And that's on them. For those people that listen to me and watch me and support me, I will ride for you all day. But for those who don't, I can't make people like me. I can't. And maybe I'm not likable, And listen, I grew up in a family where I was always shut down and told to shut up. So I'm used to people not wanting to listen to me. That never stopped me from talking. It has never stopped me from talking, and I never will. You get what I mean? So it really just boils down to, what are you willing to do to get your point across? If that means losing people that make you feel bad about yourself, then so be it. Let them go. They don't need you anyway, or you don't need them. It sucks if it's family, but that's just the price you might have to pay. So, all right, y'all, I got to go this time though. I've been on here for almost 2 hours. Well, almost an hour and a half. And I gotta pack a bag and go to my sister. So when your dad's waiting. You know what? wise counsel. That looks like the man that that I was my family friend I was living with. He almost like that face right there. It's his face all day long. If you're still here, that thing is funny to me. Yeah, I know, right? I really don't want to go, but I can talk all day, y'all. I really have missed going live. It's just work, not having the wherewithal. You know what I mean? Back problems, child. Oh my God. There were days that I was laid up in this house and I was just like, I should be live right now, but I just don't have it in me. I just don't have it. I'm laying in the bed. I'm taking pill after pill after pill. Oh my God. I was struggling, y'all. Your girl Cocktails was struggling. Okay, I got to lose this weight. Going along to get along. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, Deanna. Where you been at anyway? I haven't seen you in a minute. I don't forget people. I don't forget nothing, I promise you. I can tell you who were my first day ones, the people that first joined Patreon. My number one patron, she's still there. She's still there. She actually reached out to me last Sunday when Bishop Jakes had his health scare. She was the second person to reach out to me. Then my phone just started blowing up. Jesus. All right, y'all. Love you guys. Gotta go. Enjoy your Thanksgiving with your family. I might keep this up. This was a good conversation. I did just start it off rocky. So anyway, I love you guys. I will see you all soon. Be good. Bye.